All right, y'all, real quick. This video is called Fresh and Fit, Myron Gaines Dark Truth Exposed interview with Anna Quinn Fitness. This lady right here is saying that Myron stepped to her file on via text and, basically told her, hey, he wanted her to come on the show. According to her, he wanted her to come on the show, and but she had to, like, be down with having sex with him if she agreed to it. And so she was like, what? He's like, yeah, you can come on the show, but I only let people come on the show that get down with me. This is according to her, right? So anyway, some kind of way it got to the point where she threatened to put it out there on social media, because she put it out on social media, but she covered up his name and everything. But she said, hey, if you keep messing with me, I'm gonna put it out there and put your name out there. So Myron was like, go on and do it. I ain't do nothing. I ain't break no law. Go ahead and do it. So so she went and did it. So this is where we at now. So this man is trying to tell her story, help her tell her story to the rest of the world. So that's where we at right now. So I'm going to jump into this video. This is a video is almost 2 hours long, so I'm not going to go through the whole thing. But I'm not here to defend Myron, because I don't know what happened. I'm not here to defend her. I don't know what happened. It's her story, his story, and then the truth, right? So I don't know what happened. All I know is I'm a man. I know that men make mistakes. I've made a bunch of them. So real men, what we do is we step to the dude. We don't go to her and say, hey, let's go do a public thing about how another man mess up, because sooner or later, bro, man, you're going to mess up and get yourself on the hook too. And you ain't going to want somebody to drag you through the mud. You're going to want somebody to step to you and say, hey, bro, you was out of line on this one. Don't do that again. You ain't going to want that conversation to be public. But that's how men do it. But, it's a lot of guys that's not really handling themselves like men today. We don't really know how to act like a man. We act like women. When something happens, we go and first thing we do is turn on camera and start talking about it publicly. Anyway, I'm gonna let some of this play so we can address, because I'm not here to address Myron or her. I'm here to address him. He made a lot of statements that was false, and I want to correct that.
He's just like really reaching there. He's saying, Anna Quinn, I have a problem with you, therefore all women are inferior to men. That's literally what he's saying there.
Yeah.
Now, he might be factually correct in the sense that technically the men fight and build more, but...
See, he agrees. He agrees with his manosphere that he's talked about so bad, because he talked about the manosphere, really bad, you know what I mean? But, in the RP community, he talked about him bad, but he agrees. He agrees with the basic premise. Yeah. Okay, we already had a conflict already. Okay.
Again, it's just he has a fundamental presupposition that's flawed from the get-go of saying no women create things, the world will be a better place. How about human beings? How about other human beings? How about you, bro? How about men? You're here because of a woman, you fucking idiot. Like, all right, I gotta clean up my language.
What does that got to do with anything? He talked about them building stuff, bro. What does that got to do with him? Of course, they have babies. God set that up. Of course they're here because they have babies. Come on, man. Stop.
Sorry, this is just too ridiculous. Okay, hold on one second. Let's move on to the next one. And you can chime in here at any point if you want, Anna. So here's another one here. So this was posted, I guess. These are people in your comment section. I don't see the problem with him being upfront and asking for a transaction. I see a problem with defamation and making it seem like a crime was committed when there was nothing morally or legally wrong with what he did. He could have said no and kept morally. That's really interesting, because he said there's nothing morally or legally wrong. And yet he's saying, so he's putting all of the blame on you.
Yeah.
Whoa. The guy's just saying the guy didn't break any laws. He may have been rude, but he didn't break any laws. That's what he's saying. Like like I said, I'm not here to get into that situation. We're gonna go move to what you said that was false. If what she's saying is true, I wouldn't have had. I don't think it was a good idea to approach her like that. If what she's saying is true, if it's not, then you know what I'm saying, it depends. Because I don't know if you know, bro, women lie a lot. But I'm not saying she ain't lying. I'm just saying if what she's saying is the truth, yeah, he could have came at it a lot different, and hopefully he learned. Hopefully he learned. But like I said, there ain't no blueprint out here where, oh, this is where you're supposed to act. For men, we got to fail our way to being the way we should be most of the time.
So what did you do wrong, Anna? Because clearly Myron's in the right.
He said I could have said
explain yourself.
Moving, but I did. I literally said I'm not interested, and then I said like, dude, maybe you should have me on your podcast so I can teach you how to talk to women. Like that was me keeping it moving. I wasn't mad, and I wasn't stuck on that.
Okay, so here, oh man, these are pretty bad. So this same guy said, okay, so I'm just going to read both comments, and you can provide any commentary you want. Your face is all right, but we are just imagining having sex with you doggy style.
Holy
and then
smokes.
The other one says, we don't care. We just want to see your body now. Keep posting erotic pictures.
Holy smokes. Holy smokes.
What are your thoughts on those?
Like I said, like this is his tribe. It's not surprising. These are the people that your culture is curating. You are like, if you're the leader, if you are the example, Myron is the example of like to these guys, and these guys are obsessed following him. Bro, like I don't even have to insult you to say like this is what your culture, this is your legacy.
Now, if you encouraging men to do that, if he was encouraging guys to go out there and do that, I haven't seen where he's done that. But maybe he has. I haven't seen where Myron's encouraged guys to go out there and talk to women like that. But if he has, he has. I don't think so. But the bigger issue is, man, nobody out here on YouTube can control the people that follow him. We got one big YouTuber that was being followed. One of his followers killed somebody. I mean, you can't control what your people that listen to you. You're going to have a spectrum of people that listen to you for a spectrum of different reasons. They're going to relate to you. That's like you got a man, you got dudes that follow you, and now they following you for is because they feel like you're an attractive woman. And they sending you crazy DMs. You can't control these dudes. You don't know. You can't expect Myron to control 20-some thousand subscribers and tell them, hey, be nice to this person. Don't be nice to this person. Come on. Stop. Yeah, it's unfortunate that they're coming at you. But you know, man, you can't control subscribers. People subscribe to you for your haters will subscribe to you. Come on, man. And they try to start problems with you. Anyway.
It's like the awful, trashy,
you know what?
disgusting.
Let's move it along. Okay, well, let's jump back in because we finally got to the part that I really wanted to get with because I really felt like he made a mistake here. I mean, I'm saying he made a mistake doing this, but I wouldn't have done it. But I rolled different. But I'm just saying this is where factually he went wrong.
Which is what Myron did. He tried to take advantage of you using his show, and he failed, and now he's butthurt and mad, and now he's using his audience to come after you.
Yeah.
You know?
Really? This man got 40-something thousand subscribers, making a ton of money, and he got to use his audience to come after this lady. Come on, man. Like I already explained, he don't have to use them to do nothing. They're going to just come for you. If they really feeling the guy, they're going to come for you. Doesn't matter. Some people, they ain't got nothing better to do. Some of them guys that listen to Fresh and Fit, man, that's the only form of male that they got, that they know. So they like, you ain't going to say nothing about my dog, my people. They just going to come after you on GP. So don't put it on Myron that Myron's sending them after you. That was wrong, I felt. You know what I'm saying? That was over the line. A humongous misrepresentation that now the people that's watching this and looking at her saying, oh my God, he sent those people after her, which is a lie. Unless you can prove it. I don't believe Myron got the time to even waste on. He made a mistake here. He stepped in the mud, but I think he just kept it moving, in my opinion. But anyway, you saying he sent people after her. Okay.
So yeah, I think here's another thing too, is, you know, because all these other red pill guys, there's two different things going on here, two possible different things, and both are equally bad. Either one, they don't have a problem. And so some red pill guys, I know they're going to watch this, so I'm going to call you out right here, or manosphere guys, whatever you identify with, doesn't matter. Okay. You know, one or two things is happening. Either one, you want to be on Myron's good side and you literally just want to clout chase and you think this is wrong, therefore you're not going to say anything.
Most of us
and therefore, you know,
Myron.
obviously
About that?
You're very much not congruent with the values you espouse of being an alpha male, because if you're truly a man and you think that something's going wrong.
Okay. Now he's about to tell us the views of an alpha male.
Wrong. No matter if it's unpopular or not, you fucking go after it, right? If it conflicts with your values, it doesn't matter if there's an army of fanboys who are going to attack you. You stand up for what's right, right?
Yeah.
And here's another thing too. Michael Joseph in the comment, he says, Kevin's nothing more than a white knight. Look, you can be a red pill aware guy. You can be a man.
Now this is where he really went wrong. He really went wrong describing a white knight. And I'm going to get into that right now.
Manosphere guy. And you can still say something is wrong at the same time. You don't necessarily, you're a white knight if, so here's what will make me a white knight. We talked about this off screen, Anna.
Yeah.
You know, I would be a white knight if I said, okay, look, Myron's wrong. And then after this stream, I asked you out on a date. That would make me a white knight, because at that point, what that means is I didn't actually really care about you. I just wanted to use this as leverage.
No, that would only make you a white knight if you was honest enough to come at it that way. Well, most white knights ain't honest enough to come at it that way. See, that don't make you a white knight just because you was honest and up front. Most white knighters are not up front. Most of them try to come in through the back door. Almost all of them. Oh, he treated you bad? Oh, I'll do this and more for you. I'll help you. I'll expose your situation out there. Most white knights come through the back door. So that doesn't necessarily mean you're a white knight just because you were up front with her. You're a white knight when you're out there jumping in the middle of something that ain't got nothing to do with you, trying to get a benefit out of it later. I don't know if you're trying to go out with this chick or get views or whatever. I don't know what's your benefit you're trying to get out of it. But I'm just saying, see, you describing white knight all wrong. You got these young guys going to look at it and say, oh, no, I'm not a white knight because I was up front. No, that don't make you no white knight. More than that makes Myron okay, or makes what Myron did. If he did do that, what she said he did, you know, he didn't break no law or nothing, but that was it was rude. That doesn't excuse him from being rude. You know what I mean? Come on, we got to use logic here.
To ask you out. That would make me a white knight, for sure.
For sure.
Oh, sorry. No, please.
Okay. So, yeah, just one more thing and I'll let you go. So, really the issue is, okay, you can still use that same type of logic to be like, oh, well, this woman just got, you know, let's take an extreme example here, but it's relevant. Let's say some woman got raped.
Holy
one
smokes.
Of those things where it's kind
Can't
of
use the R word, bro.
You know, there's not much, it's kind of like a he said, she said type thing. Like she was drunk, but like, was there really consent? We don't know.
Oh, now they're comparing Myron texting this chick he wanted to have sex with her to somebody getting raped. Holy smokes. We just don't know how to act like men no more, man. We really don't. We really don't. How do we go from he just asked her, he gave her an indecent proposal on text to somebody getting raped? How are we putting this in the same, somebody getting R word? How are we putting this in the same basket? I don't understand. But I guess it makes sense, man, to the white knighters.
And if you just bring up the facts and ideas defending the woman, then people will call you a white knight. That has nothing to do with anything.
No, people ain't gonna call you a white knight for defending a woman. They're gonna call you a white knight for going above and beyond what's reasonable to just make sure the woman's okay, and not understanding how men work. So we as men, we don't publicly come after each other, man. Unless somebody put their hands on somebody, we don't come after each other publicly. We go to the man, and we go to him and say, "Hey, man, you effed up. Don't do that no more. This is my people right here. You ain't got the right to step to this person like that. Period." That's how men do it. We don't bring a woman up and then take it publicly without having talking to the man first. Oh, no.
Right? I don't care whether you're a man or a woman. I care about who's morally in the right or who's morally in the wrong. I go after and I accuse when a woman does something wrong, I'm the first one to call them out. When a man does something wrong, I'm the first one to call them out. You're only a white knight if you only take the woman's side all the time because you have an ulterior motive. No,
that's wrong. You're a white knight when you're trying to benefit off the situation. That's when you're a white knight. That's when you helping this woman is making you get a benefit out of it or something out of it that's other than just protecting and defending, and it's clearly what's happening here. I don't know what it is. I can't put my hands on it, but because a white knight situation, man, you should be going to the guy. You should go directly to him and say, "Hey, man, this is what happened." Shoot him an email. Shoot him a DM. She's got his DM. Shoot him a DM. "Hey, man, you was out of line on this one. You stepped over yourself. I think you owe her an apology, like in a major way, or whatever. However you feel about it, you can step to him and let him respond. But you don't take. See, you don't take another man's issue publicly without talking to him first. You just don't do that, man. That's just not how men roll. I'm old school. That's not how men roll. If she got done wrong, I'm sorry that she got done wrong, and I apologize. But I would talk to him first, and then if he was saying, "Well, go ahead out there and do it, push it out there," then you push it out there. But I don't think he told you that. He told her that. What you doing in the middle of it? We got to learn how to stay out of each other's business, man. That's what we really got to learn how to do. Anyway, but that's not my point. Is the white knighting? We got to stop doing that. Stop doing that. If you're gonna try to help somebody, help them the right way. The right way as a man, you step to the other man and you say, "Hey, man, this is what." You don't go and make a YouTube video. You haven't even talked to this man.
There's an issue with okay, let me start that sentence over. I have an issue with anyone who I have to look up multiple words in our conversation on Urban Dictionary because I have no clue what the freak you're talking about. He's like, "You're just a dumb 304. I was like, "What the heck is a 304? I had to Google it. He's like, "You all have all these simps and white knights." I'm like, "What the heck is a simp?" If I have to Google your vocabulary.
This is basically where Myron, I guess, got pissed at her and, was like, "Hey, he aired her out a little bit." So, but anyway, let's move it along.
If if I have to Google your vocabulary on Urban Dictionary, which is like the most disgusting dictionary platform, you got some issues. You got some issues. And for the record, most women would be proud to feel like their man is a knight, because every woman wants what? A knight in shining armor. Women want to be protected. Women want to be rescued. That is at the heart of every woman. Even women who are very independent, we want to feel safe and protected.
So they want the white knight, but they also want the alpha dog. That's the thing. The white knight, yeah, they want him because you can control him. You can sick him on anybody you want to sick him on. But then they want that alpha dog. They're longing for that alpha dog. This is biological, man. This is not me attacking the sisterhood. This is just biological. This is just a biological situation here. That's just biological. Anyway, they're giving out some real bad information here, but I mean, we got to correct it. Let's get back into it.
By our man. So knight, a man being a knight in any sense is not a derogatory term to women. That's just something that men use to pick on each other.
No, men don't. Men don't need to pick on each other. We try to point things out to each other, mistakes that we've made to the younger crowd, and taking up for women that don't have your name on them. That is white knighting, and you can help them. I'm not saying you sit there and watch a dude just bust her in her head. No, that's not what I'm saying. Get to that point, yeah, you got to make a decision what you're gonna do, what you about. But I'm talking about just activity like this here, where somebody was just rude or somebody just said something that the other person didn't like. What are you doing in the middle of that? What are you doing in the middle of that? I mean, what is your benefit to being involved with this situation? We all men out here, we all make mistakes. And you're going to make one too. I know you think you're perfect, but you're going to make one too. Watch. You're going to live out here 20, 30, 50 years, and you think you ain't going to step on your toe now? You're going to step over yourself once in a while? Okay, keep living, youngster. Keep living. You're going to make a mistake or two, and then I'm going to see if you want somebody to make a whole video about it instead of just stepping to you and saying, hey, man, you out of line here. You out of focus. Get yourself back together, man. I don't know what you were thinking about when you said what you said to my people, but, hey, either you're going to apologize or, something else. We got to do it the other way.
Apparently.
Well, I think it's more so sorry to interrupt you, just real quick. I need to handle this real quick. So It's more so when people say the white knight, like the knight, because it's more so
with the white knight again.
That's going to rescue you from, these predatory guys or whatever, right? Because it's more so, again, it's different if white knight is a derogatory term, and I think it's
absolutely
it's aptly named in certain situations, especially if the white knight saves you from some kind of evil and then tries to have sex with you afterwards. That's what makes you a white knight.
That's what makes you a white knight. I explained that already. You getting a benefit out of doing it. You're not doing it because it needs to be done. You're doing it because you're getting a benefit out of doing it. So we don't know what the benefit you're getting out of doing this. Maybe you just a hater of Myron's. I don't know. Maybe. Or maybe you want to go out with her. Or maybe, who knows what the benefit is. You ain't saying, obviously. You ain't saying what the benefit is. Or maybe you're just this ultra nice guy who never makes a mistake. Yeah, I can see the chicken wings back here already. You just flew down from heaven, right? Well, there ain't no chicken wings back there, then you just a regular guy like the rest of us. You're going to make a mistake sooner or later. Sooner or later, my man. And do you want somebody to blow you up like this? Or do you want to say, okay, she comes to you, she stepped to you, you say, I got you, sis. Let me go holler at this dude. And you go holler at the dude, man to man. That's how men do it. That's how men do it. We don't put another man out on blast just because he made a mistake. We step to the dude. Anyway, let's move on. Ooh, 23 minutes. Okay, let's move on.
You're just saving a woman from something, and then you're not for just the sake of trying to have sex with her because of the right thing to do, then you're just a good man. There's a difference between being a good man and being...
Yeah, but that's not what you do. You ain't saving her from nothing. You ain't saving this lady from nothing. What you saving her for? All she did was block the guy. He didn't put his hands on her. He didn't, he ain't trying to stalk her. He just asked her according to her, in an inappropriate way to have sex with him. She said no. They kept it moving. If you really had a real problem with it, how come you didn't go straight to him? And then this thing would never happen until you talk to him. And he told you to do this. But that's okay. See, man code is gone, man. We ain't got no code as men no more, man. We just suckers, man. We just out here, we just suckers. We just doing sucker shit, man. We just suckers, man. We got so much simp technology in us from the television, the commercials, all of this television, that we got so much simp technology in us, we don't even know we simped out, man. It's sad, man. It's sad.
A white knight, and but obviously someone like Myron Gaines, who he's just on this blind power rampage because he resents women so much for rejecting him his whole life. He can't tell the difference between a white knight and a good man, and clearly his audience does.
I can tell the difference from a white knight and a good man. Hey, man, why don't you bring me on? Bring me on, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because if you was really a good man knows that other men make mistakes, and they go straight to that man. You'll say, hey, man, you stepped to my girl foul. What we going to do about it, man? We got to do something about it. My girl can't stay in that situation. What we going to do? You got to do something. You going to break her off? You going to break bread? Or what we going to do? You going to apologize? I mean, you present it like that. You don't go out and just put somebody out there like that, man. But see, the news media got y'all, hey, this is what you got to do. When you find something like that, you got to just put it out there. And so many dudes out there been raised by single moms, you follow a woman type path to handling stuff. Anyway, let's hurry up and finish this.
Doesn't either, based on what I'm seeing here. So
yeah.
So sorry, I went a little bit over it there, but
no, I mean, I just like if you, because you use this as an example, you said if you invited me on this show and then asked me on a date after, I wouldn't see that as anything negative. I wouldn't.
Holy smokes! So she wouldn't see that as white knighting. She wouldn't see that as anything negative, right? She wouldn't see it as negative if he asked her, if he asked her out after her coming on his program, right? Now, I'm just saying. Now, where does your white knight theory go now? She just said it's okay for you to do it. Where does your white knight theory go now? See, I know there's a benefit to it. I'm too old. So you can't put this bullshit on me. I'm way too old. I'm way too old. So you can't run this by me. You can probably run this by these young guys, but you can't run it by me. I know guys don't do stuff for no benefits. Most of the time, there's a benefit in it, even if it's perceived. Even if it's not something that they got in their hand yet, there's something that they perceive that's coming. They're gonna do it. That's why they do stuff. Now what you gonna do, homeboy?
That's still like, yeah, you're saying that you could be called a white knight if that happened. If you asked me out after this, after, like pointing this view, you are like, just because that, if that happened, that doesn't mean that was your whole intention.
She just flushed your white knight theory down the goddamn drain, bro. Now what are you gonna do?
And that wouldn't be a bad thing. I mean, this has been
Are you trying to say you want me to ask you out after this podcast is over?
Hey, wait a minute. You can't ask her out because you're a white knight. You're not white knight, and you're doing this for a good cause.
Are you gonna fly me out?
So now we see, man, they both just trampled on his white knight argument. That's what I wanted. That was the point I was coming to with this, is that, see, you got to follow people long enough. That's what I like about Kevin Samuels so much, man. He keeps questioning them until you just keep questioning, and you let them keep talking long enough, the real situation going to come out sooner or later. If they're hiding something, the real situation is going to come out sooner or later. And we see in this situation, all of that he was talking about, I'm doing this for a good reason, blah, blah, blah. If I was a white, I'll be a white knight if we want to, if I was the one to go out with you. And then she opened the door for him to put his foot in his mouth. And then he go, oh, you mean you gonna go out with me if I hurt you? Right? But then he had to come back to his senses and say, damn, if I did that, if I continue with this, if I pick that up, then I got to drop my whole argument. So now he got to back off of the whole going out with her thing.
On the condition that I fly you out, eh?
No, I'm just saying, I think it's like terrible that's even a thing, because I mean, it's hard for women to stand up for themselves and defend themselves a lot of times. Sometimes it's nice to have someone else come to bat for you. So
yeah, for no pay. for nothing. A woman won't come to bat for you for no pay. Well, let me take that back. I will take that back. Most women won't. There's some women, just like there's some men that will step in there for no reason other than it's the right thing to do. But most men won't, and most women won't. And white knights are people that go above and beyond what's reasonable to try to thinking that they're saving somebody and they're going to get something in return. And a lot of them get mad that they don't get something in return. All right, let's see what else we got to address here.
I'm happy to do that
Okay, so
because
here he is
what
again.
I do, I actually teach guys how to stand up for themselves. I actually, have some training in formal rhetoric, and I know how to debate people. And debating and debunking people, it's a skill to be able to look at something and then verbally articulate why there's something wrong with it.
Okay.
And I think that's the role that I'm happy to play because it's something I've been doing for a while. So I'm more than happy to do it.
Come on,
it's just a shame that, and this is something that I want to do for. I want to reach out to some bigger influencers to really try to help us out with this after this because.
Okay. So now you're gonna take it further. You already did this part, and now you're gonna take it further. Still haven't talked to the man personally. Okay, I'm just telling y'all, this ain't how men roll. That's why I ain't with it. Yeah, I don't like the fact that if what she said is true, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I wish he would come at her, at least a little bit more respectful. But you know what I'm saying? But I'm not him. Can't judge that man. Myron is his own man. You know what I'm saying? He didn't break no laws, thank God. We ain't seeing him go get, she ain't been able to charge no charges to him, thank God. But still, you know what I'm saying? You don't want your name to be associated with stuff like this, man, because once these people get a big enough following, man, it's gonna be a landslide. So you don't want that. You don't want that. Just, anyway, but like I said, my Myron is a man. He's a man. He can handle his own business. I ain't here to talk about that situation because I haven't talked to Myron. So I'm just going off of what they've been saying on this video here. Anyway, this man here, he put the picture out that he's helping people, to be better men. Okay, cool. But tell them the truth. That's all I got. That's all my point is. Tell them the truth. Don't tell them stuff. See, you get on this is what you get on a podcast with a woman. You get on a video with a woman, and then you start. I'm gonna just do. You start doing this feel good stuff. You start doing this Derek Jackson stuff, man. I'm gonna tell her what she want to hear and make her feel good. But and then this stuff you telling her, she take it out into the real world and try to apply it. It don't work. That's the problem. That's what happened with Derek Jackson. That's what happened to Steve Harvey. That's what happens. You take that stuff out to the real world to try to make it work, and it don't work. And then now they're the ones that you got Derek Jackson, Steve Harvey, and Dr. Phil to thank for Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels blowing up because all of the stuff that they've been out there telling women doesn't work in the real world. It doesn't work. It only works on a TV show. It don't work in the real world. You could put a studio audience together, and you go, okay, we got men here that when the women say what they want, y'all say, yeah, this is what okay. Yeah, you can do that with a studio audience, but you can't do that in the real world, in the field. For real, that's not how it go. Anyway, I'm gonna have to break this up. Let's stop it right here. I'll pick it up again later, and we'll do it there. Where we at there? Okay.